Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Yanks alive. A comeback against the Baby Jays. And how about the Seattle Mariners? Let's talk ball. Fernando Cruz.
I'm pitching, silly.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know. Trey Savage.
Don't matter. Hopefully we find out on Friday, because that would mean good things for my Yanks. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek. Use code JAMPLAYOFFS, 10% off your playoff tickets. And for these special playoff editions, Talkin' Baseball is presented by T-Mobile. However you enjoy the game, streaming, maybe with us, checking stats, or experiencing ballpark perks with Magenta Status. Whatever you're looking for, T-Mobile has it, and they're the best. So head over to T-Mobile.com/network. I am Jake Stromboli. That is Trevor Goof. Bobby Golfs is here. D Feels uploading stats and info in the sheet as we go, it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast. There's testosterone in the air. Trev, how are you?
I'm doing good. We had another really funny conversation right before we got on to air about another ball player. I'm not going to mention the name. I'm just much better than him in pretty much all facets of life, and that got me aged up, and now I'm ready for the show.
There's an argument I'm better than him in a lot of facets of life. I hate that I'm sloppy seconds right now. I let you and Chris Rose do your thing for baseball today. Everyone, make sure you check that out. How about that? I'll be the bigger little man.
He asked me so many predictions, like, what's going to happen? I'm like, I don't know. He hates when I say that. I'm like, Chris, how can I predict something? This is playoff baseball. Like, things are nuts. The Jays were up 6-1. I thought it was going to be a bloodbath. Aaron Judge happened. Things happen.
And I love Chris Rose hitting with you in the sport that's famous for, like, you can't predict it. But just knowing he's dropping on you. He's a content machine. The man can't be stopped. He's like Pujols. Anyways.
You mean he's older than we thought he was?
Yes. He's lying on his age.
That's mean. I love Albert Pujols.
Is he going to get that manager job? We'll talk about it another time, people. We've got 2 postseason games that are going to Game 4 in the American League. And Trev, I try to dance around it when they don't deserve the honor, and we've got a whole show dedicated to it. But it's time to talk some Yankees baseball. And my apologies to the people. Live streaming 2 games at the same time and then recording 2 shows directly after. I wasn't going to give you the burn I wanted. I could give you some Shane Bieber, Justin Bieber, baby. I could give you some Carlos Yankee season rode on. You're not getting that right now. You get it tomorrow night, okay? Behave. And Daddy will take care of you. Trev, did you happen to catch any of this one? Yanks went down, embarrassing themselves. Classic Yanks. And then it wasn't. 8 unanswered to win 9-6. I guess where do you even start? Is it with the big man?
I'm going to start with, I usually don't talk to my mother this way, but F you, Mother Nature, for making us watch 2 games at once. That's just not fair. I don't like it.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that I'm sad for myself, I guess. I don't know. I'm standing up to you. Don't do that again. I don't like it.
You can talk trash to Mother Nature, but be careful.
I know. I'm like, is there an earthquake coming tonight?
She never lost.
Where do we start here? I don't know. How about the Blue Jays running away with the game early? It looked like it was going to be over. And you guys, I'm watching the games. Every once in a while, I'll get on my phone and hop on the live stream and see what you knuckleheads are up to. You guys are silent. It's like you're in church.
Yeah.
During the game. Vladdy hits the homer right away, and it just seems like that was going to be the end. And then they score. They end up scoring 6. He's diving into home plate. Halfway down the line, he's in the air. It was like you couldn't script it better if you were a Blue Jays fan. Everything was going your way. The Yankees had zero momentum. Like, it was just all Blue Jays. I was thinking in my head, they're going to reverse the facial hair policy.
Yeah.
If you got beat that bad in 3 games, they're going to reverse it. And then some things started to happen. Look at this. Look at where he started. It was insane. That was about as good of a turn at third base as you can have. That was about as good of a base running play as you can make. The read, the turn, everything. He's not the fleetest of foot. He never slows down. And look at him get. Oh my God,
Trev, I
right in Rodon's face. By the way, right there.
I've been so euphoric from the comeback and the win. Spoiler, if people didn't think we were getting there. I forgot we had to talk about this part of the game because, my goodness, Cody Bellinger, who's such a world-class defender, had like that sliding catch is his signature, and he kind of overdoes it, / it goes off the side of the glove. Would have been a double play. Babe Schneider fell trying to get back on the bases. Instead, you're looking around like, is it happening again? And then that next ball, I
right
think
here is insane. This
Jazz, the computer turned off, like full reset at second base, that they just allow another run to score. And Jazz's look on his face is he's stunned. Cody just turned his glove too early, it looked like.
No, but that was happening all night in left field, dude. I don't know what was going on. Barger, obviously, later in the game to allow Judge to tie it. He has the misplay. There was another ball with Belly that he almost like overran.
Yeah.
Like something weird was going on there in left field. So
Those
that was a tough play for him. I do agree. A player like Belly that can defend the way he can should catch that ball, and he wants that one back. But there was something going on up there.
Those Yankee Stadium ghosts. Or I think we looked it up. I think there was 30 mile per hour gusts.
There must have been.
Because, we saw infielders were being choppy with their footsteps all night. And, we saw a couple messy balls, including
this one right here. They're not even close to it. He's camped, but he's not even close to the ball.
That one was wild. And, hey, a shout out to IKF and Barger. Like, those early misses allowed the Yankees to get like a 0 off the board, and we know how important that is.
Before we get to the good stuff for the Yankees, we can
do more. Just
one last thing, because I think I just talked about this with Chris, and I know you got it, Bobby. The Jazz Chisholm yawn.
Oh,
that to me,
right,
would have been the replay over and over and over again in the offseason. Be like, this is the baseball we had to watch in the postseason. We got a guy yawning right here. I'm not so sure. Was it a yawn? Yeah, it's a yawn. Okay, never mind. I was thinking maybe he was stretching, but he's yawning, and it looks like baseball in New York, because, those Mets are already on vacation. Baseball in New York is done. Go hibernate. And then the bad man happened.
Yeah, and again, it's an interesting relationship with our friends in the Great North right now. I mentioned that a lot of them have some vim and vigor for Yankee fans. At that moment, the Yanks are down 6-1 in embarrassing fashion, coming off last year's World Series, about to get swept by the Jays. Our live chat while we're streaming, I think we hit our career high. I think we had 12K in there. A lot of Canadian flags. And like you said, we're just wearing it. Because what are we supposed to do? Talk trash back? Our team, at that point in the series, the Yankees were down 47-3. Like, it was brutal. They come out for the third inning. And Bieber didn't look super sharp. So, okay, you start putting that in your back pocket. But you also need something to happen. And did you see the Trent Grisham catcher's interference that didn't get called? I'm not doing this as whiny Yankee fans wants call. I'm doing this from what the hell are we doing in the replay center? Because there's clearly a kiss between the bat and the glove, which, what are we doing?
I wonder, did we never got like an explanation of the call? Like, was it because it's not wasn't a full swing?
I don't think that has anything to do
I don't
with
think
the
it
rule.
Does either. I'm trying to make sense of it, Pop. I don't know.
I think they weren't.
Who was it? Was it Baker behind them today?
Yeah, sure was. He's about 6'7". That I don't know what you do.
You know, I make my team do push-ups if they say that.
Okay. Next time you start rolling, I'll crank him out. Trent Grisham turns that into a leadoff double instead, which, okay, think about the energy in the building if that turns into a pop-out. Judge, double, scores a run. They push it to 6-3. Vladdy came home on a play to cut off the run, which that was going to be an interesting dynamic to see how that inning played out. Could have had the double play there.
I thought it was a good play. Thought
Yeah,
that was
and
the right play.
I don't think the outcome got affected. Like, I think one run probably scores either way.
Yeah, G sack fly to score belly next, right?
Yeah. And then is when it happens. Aaron Judge steps up to the plate. They go to your guy, Louis Varland, the young hurler, who looked so impressive in his first outing this postseason. He looked impressive in this outing, Trev. I don't know. I think this country, here we go. I think this country is obsessed with greatness. I think that big man is great. And on an 0-2 pitch, 100 under his hands, he somehow straightens it out enough to hit it 3/4 of the way off the pole. Just willing all of these thoughts and everything that's been said about him to creep in, and he creeps one out. And now it's 6-6 after his 6-1.
This is my favorite part right here.
Rob, play that again.
When
for
he
the
looks
people.
back like, you motherfuckers who've been talking shit about me.
Trev, we have so many clips of him covering the camera because he's the captain and, like, you know, let what we do in the dugout be what we do. Not only does he give the point, he gives a little Alex Bregman look back like, I heard all you, cover your ears. I've heard all you motherfuckers. And the bad man's here. That, it's not historic depending the next steps, but my God, what a moment. I'll start doing my push-ups.
So, full transparency here.
Yeah.
I haven't been feeling that great lately. I took half a gummy before this episode.
Oh, I love it. I was gonna. My bad.
Okay, I did. But this is a true story. There you go. 2 nights ago, I had a very, very vivid dream. Very lucid. Okay? And it's me and Aaron Judge at some baseball facility. It seems like a spring training park, but it was nighttime. And I'm in the tunnel with him, and I'm like, all right, like, it's my guy Aaron. And I go say what's up to him. He say, hey, man, nah, not right now. You never respect me. You're always talking bad about me. You don't respect me. I'm like, no, Aaron, like, I think the world of you. I think you're a great hitter. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just kept saying, no, man, you don't respect me. You don't like me. You don't like the way I play. And I'm like, no, I really do. And he just wouldn't have any of it. And the entire time I'm walking along and being like, Judge, like, you're my guy. I respect the shit out of you, man. And he just wouldn't have it. And I just couldn't help, but maybe this is some sort of broken simulation, and that second look was for me. I don't know. It was, like, you know when you have dreams and you forget them, like the moment you wake up? Yeah. Like, I still can remember, like, a lot of details of this dream. It's a strange thing.
Trev, I can't disprove that second look back wasn't for you. 2, maybe he was in that lucid dream with you. Maybe he was lucid. Maybe he had that same dream. And maybe that was the look back. What a legendary 3 minutes of this show.
Can I say something else?
Absolutely.
Let's keep going on that a bet because it's so freaking good. The Bieber double you talked about, similar swing, pulls the hands in on the fastball, keeps the ball fair. To keep this ball fair, which, by the way, everybody thought it was foul. Everybody thought it was foul.
Yes.
The way he swung at that, where that pitch was. This is not a Louis Varland made a mistake 0-2. It's not.
Yeah.
He went up. He's throwing 100 miles an hour. He just blew one by him. If anything, you say, okay, maybe you don't double up on the heater, but he threw the heater exactly where he wanted to throw it. Judge just made a better swing.
Yeah,
and to keep that ball fair requires just some kind of hand-eye coordination and quickness to launch, which is like his whole, like, teacher man. That's what he talks about, is quickness, the ability to launch when you need to launch. I don't know how many people can do this in the game, dude. I don't. Not on that pitch. The fact that it hit the fucking pole made it even better.
Oh, when a ball hits the pole, it's arguably the best thing in this sport. That moment of do or do not, and then when it hits that thing and you get a little clang, whew. And Trev, you're saying you don't know if anyone else can do this in the sport. They had the stat on the broadcast that I think there was 538 0-2 pitches, 99 plus miles per hour, and that was the first one that got hit. I think this one's a little better. My guy Brian Hoke covers the Yankees for MLB.com. Great guy. Good for the house. 99.7 miles per hour was the pitch. It was 1.5 feet from the inside of the center of the zone. Since they've had this tracking since 2008, nobody has hit that for a home run. That was a rare home run for so many reasons, and it's okay. Corny Jake Yankee. Just combine those. It's an emotional day. I saw Bernie Williams. I'll talk about that at the end. I don't know. A lot of people talk about when they watch Bonds in those San Francisco Giant playoff runs and like how special that was. Like seeing the guy who a lot of people consider the best in the biggest moment being the best, and like what that did for them as baseball fans or baseball people or what they remember. I think this is a Judge home run that gets remembered pretty well. And for him and his narrative, and Joe's McFly's talking about how his son Noah is going to have to debate Aaron Judge in the future in his postseasons. Boy, has he laid it on the line.
That was another Chris Rose question to me. Like, has he done enough? Is this like his postseason? And I think, and I feel like Yankee fans probably decide that more than anybody, and I'm Toronto Trev, but I still think he has to win a World Series and do it, which is not fair to him whatsoever. Correct. Like, he's having a phenomenal postseason, most hits of anybody in the postseason. He's got the homer. Like, he's doing everything that he can. If this home run might be what wakes up like the Dragon. Well, and he might hit 3 tomorrow.
I think the bigger thing is he has 3 more hits than anyone in the postseason, which actually isn't a flex because second place is Vladdy, who's played in half the games, and my goodness, how that guy looks at the plate right now. I think what this is for Judge, oh God, Chris Rose. I think what this means for Judge is, okay, hey, let's be honest. The Yanks still got to win 2 games that they're up against it and may not win. The odds would tell you they wouldn't at the DraftKings Sportsbook. I think Judge is going to be able to walk away from this postseason, however it does end, and be like, he's had a great postseason. He needs help from the other guys in the lineup, and guess what they got today? Help from the other guys in the lineup. Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton with 2 RBI. Belly had 2 hits. Trent scored 2 runs, and it's like, okay, if you go back in the 5 Yankee games before this, you don't have a ton from the meaty part of that lineup. And we've talked about it a lot. Like, hey, when guys have a big game in the bottom of the lineup, we give them their snaps and their applause. If you're trying to put up crooked numbers, if you're trying to come back from down 5, you need the meat of your lineup, the best players on your team to do it. And this was the first time we've seen the Yankees do it this entire playoffs.
I'm happy for you, man. You did hang out with Bernie Williams today, who I don't know if people know that's like your favorite player of all time.
Yeah, I can.
So you had that and then that game. It's not fair. And then you get to talk to me. What is this life, bro?
I've had a very broken simulation day. For those that don't know, and I always forget, hey, this is a time where we get new fans. My mom used to joke that Bernie Williams was my dad, which, there's levels to that, and that has to sound pretty dark to some of you. I know my dad, good guy, built exactly like me, same nose. So I kind of knew Bernie wasn't my dad, but played the game like him. My mom definitely had a crush on him, still does. Told my new dad, Jim number 2, that if she sees Bernie, it's on. So, okay, I'm going to stop unpacking. Let's bring it back in for a second. We'll save all those demons for another time. Anything else for? I'll I'll kick it to you. The other thing that has to be mentioned, the Yankees bullpen, which had been horrific coming into this game, an ERA over 9. They settle in and give up nothing. Fernando
No walks,
Cruz,
right?
No walks and 9 strikeouts, 3 hits. Cruz, Doval, Tim Hill, Devin Williams, and David Bednar. A special performance, and the Yankees hadn't used their quote-unquote good bullpen because they've been getting shellacked.
I'm happy for you guys. Live to see another day. I think what you said yesterday, which was just all complete garbage at the time, but now it's coming to fruition. It's like, hey, I think Yankees have the momentum. You got Schlittler going on the mound tomorrow. He has already done this against San Diego in an elimination game. He's looked great. We'll see if he could do it again. And then Game 5, if they get there, anything can happen.
Louis Varland is starting tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I'll tell you what about Louis.
Okay.
First of all, John Smoltz keeps saying he was a starter in Minnesota. That hasn't happened since 2024. He's been a reliever this entire year. He is a wrestler, so like knock him down. He'll be fine. He'll come back with the good stuff tomorrow.
Hey, man, he was here with the good stuff today.
Yeah.
Judge just hit a pitch that has never been hit in the history of baseball, pretty much. Although Jazz got him as well. Interested to see bullpen day coming for Toronto.
That's wild that he's starting. That's wild that he's the opener.
And it's going to be very interesting. Again, game leverage in this. Could you Savage or Gossman be available? And you'd like to think so if it's a potential winning effort. Can they get through it with just bullpen?
I thought about that. I don't think you use those guys, man. Like Gossman's set to start Game 5. Savage would be his 20-pitch bullpen day, and it would be a completely different thing if you're in an actual game. I mean, I don't know, man. I'd love to see it. As a manager, I don't think I'd do it, but as a fan, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, and Schneider said everyone's going to be available. He kind of has to say that. But yeah, it's an interesting little cat. If they're up 2 and that they don't feel like they could go to anyone in the bullpen, and Savage could, like, I don't know if you could end this.
Are those guys, Gossman and Savage, going to be sitting in the bullpen the whole day? No.
I think
they shouldn't, because
be.
if they know anything about drama, we want to see him strap the spikes on and run down there.
No, that's a great point. Nothing better than
Rob Manfred, call the Jays and tell them absolutely not. Those guys can't start the game in the bullpen.
Make the call. And then for the New York Yankees, Cam Schlittler will be getting the pill. Last we saw him, 8 innings versus Boston. Double-digit strikeouts, 0 earned runs. Really exciting. We're going to be streaming that game tomorrow. Rob, I sent a picture to Talkin Baseball. I don't know if we could get that on the screen a little bit, just because I need to let a little bit of the H out and let Coach Trev see it. That's 11-year-old Jake Storielli.
Where's your belt? Where's your belt?
As if I'm wearing the belt, Coach Trev. Those pants were painted on. I was flying around the bases. 11-year-old Jake on the 12-year-old All-Stars, not a big deal. Wearing that 51 for Bernie. So that just is what it is. We'll see you guys streaming tomorrow. And Toronto, like, I don't know, you go up 6-1 again and see what happens. Like, I don't know. I'm happy my Yanks showed a little bit of fight today, because for a minute, it did not look that way.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but I was 8 years old playing with the 12-year-old. So,
that's fine. I was on the 12-year-olds at 10, and we had different paths. So I'm still proud of what I did. You were probably taller than I am now at age 11? How old were you at 11?
How old was I at 11?
It's getting late.
The Gummy,
Bernie, and some Shady Rays. Why don't you get yourself some Shady Rays? The shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered. Premium polarized sunglasses. This is a true story. I got rocked by the sun today. Weird hours, so I've been showing up at the office, a little later, a little earlier. Turned a corner today, didn't have my Shady Rays on, and just got blasted. It's like, oh yeah, even though it's gone down 10 degrees, you still need sunglasses, and Shady Rays has some of the best in the game and one of our best deals at the company. Go to shadyrays.com, use code TALKIN, 35% off your next pair of polarized sunglasses. That's code TALKIN at shadyrays.com. Go get yours. Meow. Coach Trev, the Motor City, Detroit. The Kitty Cats hosted the Mariners, 1-1 series, and I'll be honest with the people, I am going to have to lean on you a little bit for this one. We were streaming the Yankees at the same time. If you don't know, Seattle 8, Tigers 4. Tigers fans, reading some of the notes we have here and watching along, some hoping for some small wins at the end, getting Munoz into this game, but some sloppy Tiger baseball early, some lineup changes that don't work for them, and I don't know, it feels like winning that Scooble game at home really got the Mariners' momentum going.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a pretty game for the Tigers. The offense wasn't there, so I guess you have to give credit to, of course, Logan Gilbert, who, strikes out 7 over 6, walks nobody. The splitter was really, really good. The first run for the Mariners came on that weird Zach McKinstry play. J.P. Crawford kind of bloops one in, and I don't really know what happened. If he kind of like overran to where he needed to be and saw the ball behind him and just figured, hey, Dingler's back there, he'll catch it, and he just zooed it. Jack made a great play right there, but just wasn't in time. They ended up challenging the call. I know you have 2 challenges, but this was not even close to a challengeable call, or a call they should have challenged. So they wasted one right there, in my opinion. He was clearly safe. It wasn't even. And they right away were like, yeah, challenge that. I'm like, okay. I expect more out of Hinch and his guys than that. And then just kind of, it wasn't much after that. It was a Randy single. It was, Eugenio kind of gets in the mix in the postseason, hits a home run. Cal gets one into the bullpen, Oppo, which was awesome to see. But, the Mariners pitching was great until the last inning. And the bats just weren't there for the Tigers. I think that's one thing I guess you take away if you're a Tigers fan and you say, hey, we made them put Munoz into a game where they were leading 8-1 in the 9th inning. I couldn't believe it when I was like, are they really going to have to put him in right here? And even when it got 8-4, I still was like, is this the right move? Like exposing him again? Like you don't got anybody else back there. But then I was thinking, what did I say about Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers? Like, you got a chance to win again, go win that freaking game, and that's exactly what they did. So a little bit of fight from the Kitties at the end, but this one really was all Mariners and their bullpen. They didn't need much of it, but Brash looked really good, Bizarro looked really good, and then Munoz came in and just shut the door. But yeah, I mean, another game tomorrow in Detroit. For them, they got to hope the bats come to life, or else season's over, Pop.
Yeah. Interested to see what that looks like for them. Bryce Miller versus Casey Mize, supposedly. And yeah, the Tigers, they shuffled their lineup. Do you have any thoughts on that? It's easy to play in hindsight. You're down 8-1, not what you want. They moved Carpenter up, kind of the little league, get your best guy up top and let it ride. Do you like that? Do you think they go back?
I don't mind them trying something different. I don't. I do, in my mind, and how I was as a player, I like consistent lineups. I know that's not necessarily a thing anymore. And you talk to these managers who used to play and they're like, oh, that doesn't matter. I'm like, yeah, when you were a player, you thought it mattered. So don't forget that, dude. Rocco Baldelli always said that. I don't think it matters. I'm like, dude, don't you remember? You got to remember, Pop. So, but I think that's kind of in the game now. So it just is what it is. Just less sloppy defense tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, for the Mariners, you got a chance to close this thing out. You don't want to go see We keep saying you don't want to go see Scooble again, although they beat him every single time. Maybe not him, but they won the game. That's when Scooble's pitched. So, Cal showing up. He's had a great postseason. Randy getting it going a little bit here was really good for them. JP at the bottom of the lineup had a nice game. So a great game for the Mariners. And again, Eugenio getting that knock. I mean, does that unlock something great? This was a cool play because the guy out there had a hit the ball here or dump it here, 61 shirt on,
yeah.
and Cal hits it right to him. Weird simulation type stuff. Weird. And that's a freaking bomb, by the way.
Right? Opposite field in that ballpark.
Oh.
Cal's power is silly. I know, thanks for the inside tips there, Jake. But, yeah, hey, I know Blue Jay fans and Tiger fans couldn't care less right now because their team's lost, but some star power on display for baseball. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going nuts. Judge joins the party. Cal Raleigh. And, yeah, playoff baseball, man. Brent Herter. 117 plate appearances in the regular season without giving up a homer to lefty. He's now given up 2 in the playoffs. Bo Naylor and J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford mentioned. Your guy Jack Flaherty, a couple tough playoff performances when you do this year and last year.
Yeah, but he's been good this year. He didn't even pitch too bad today.
Right. How about I can spin this in a complimentary way? I said this before the game. I like Jack because I feel like he's not going to let it get out of control. Like he's willing to pitch around the wrong guy, which, hey, man, I'll tell you what I wasn't happy about when Vlad Guerrero Jr. got a 2-0 changeup middle. Like at some point you just need to be smart. And I think Jack's smart enough to, even if he doesn't have his A stuff, give you a fighter's chance, which is a phrase I'm saying again, I guess. Logan Gilbert.
He was filthy, man. The splitter was really, really good.
Good for him. Was his last playoff start a bad one? Did I dream that? Let me see. Hold. ALDS 2022 5.13 earned. So no, I'm not labeling that a bad one. But this is one type stuff, which that's how everyone talks about Logan Gilbert.
Absolutely, yeah. And we get Bryce Miller going tomorrow. We'll see what the leash is there because I always find it fascinating to see. We know the Tigers are in must-win territory, but I also feel like if you're the Mariners and you get up a couple runs and then maybe a couple base runners get on, I feel like you treat it the same way, a must-win. Like you bring your guys and you try to end it right now. Their bullpen will be ready to go. They've been really, really good for them. The Munoz thing, does that come back into play? Hey, you get another shot. You saw him again. I don't know, man. He's pretty good, no matter how many times you see him.
Yeah. It'll be Tigers elimination game coming up for them. And yeah, we don't see Tyler Holton in this game. And as we've seen with these playoffs, you got your A pen, your B pen, your C pen, that, if Casey Mize can get them enough in an early lead, the Tigers will go as full pitching chaos as you can possibly go in a game.
They showed a young Eugenio with the Tigers on the broadcast.
Man.
And they went back to, and it was just like the two next to each other, like current day Eugenio is a baller. He's hit, how many homers does he have?
With the postseason 50 this year. Oh, career, he's over 3, yeah.
That's so dude.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I went when Gino started going nuts this year, I went in the wormhole and I was like, what, Detroit 2014?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just a kid playing shortstop, a little third base, and crazy what his career has turned into.
His hair right now is ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah, who did we compare
it to?
It's too straight.
Why is it so straight?
Lord Farquaad?
Lord Farquaad.
A little bit.
And, dude, he's... Okay, I'll say this. I think Eugenio Suarez has had a lot of good nights. I don't know what that means, but he has about 13 piercings. His hair is doing whatever he wants it to do.
You're saying he's a playboy.
I'm not saying that. I think he likes to have fun. And
you think that him and MGK are the same kind of guy?
I bet they could piece a night together. Why not? I don't know about same
Could you
guy.
and MGK do it?
I could piece a night together with MGK.
I don't think I could.
I think that's out of the game. Yeah, I'd probably be outmatched. Anyways, but I'd fight like hell. That's the story of my life. We will see them tomorrow. So are they what times do we have for tomorrow's game? They are going to be
4 freaking games.
3?
They started at 11 Pacific.
That's right. We have the last full slate.
3, 5, 7, and 9.
Wow. Oh,
I'm sorry. It starts at noon tomorrow. That gives me a little more time. I'm going to meet Joe Ryan for coffee in the morning.
God, nobody cares. High noon on the West Coast, 3 p.m. on the East Coast. Mariners, Tigers at 3. Brewers, Cubs at 5. Yanks, Jays at 7. And Phillies, Dodgers at 9. Drink it in, people. I don't know. Maybe a little sick day Thursday coming up.
We could have. I just realized this, and maybe it's because I'm on that half gummy and it's hitting. We could have all the series done tomorrow. In my mind, I'm like, that's not going to happen. Like, not even close.
We could. Yeah, I mean, baseball normally finds a way. There have been postseasons when it hasn't, and we shrug that if that were to happen, I don't think there'd be a baseball game until Sunday.
Yes, Friday and Saturday are the game 5s.
So,
Let's
yeah.
I'll Chris Rose you here and say who has a game 4, and we'll start. I already answered this, so I'll give the same answers. Detroit and the Mariners.
They're having a game 4.
No, they're not. They don't have to.
Detroit.
Yeah. I mean a game 5.
Okay.
I mean a game 5.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Again, dude, I'll preface it, and I'm a fan. Also, like, the Vegas number is -180 right now. I think Cam Schlittler is that guy, and I think the Bronx is going to be rocking that.
Tigers, Mariners. Do they go game 5?
Oh, no.
Okay, I think they do. I think
Okay.
they end it in Seattle. Cubs, Brewers. Does that series get to a game 4?
I don't know, man. I'll say yes. I want to believe in Wrigley. I want to believe in home field.
It doesn't, Jake. It's over.
You're
Blue Jays and the Yankees. Does it get to a game 5?
I gave my answer yes.
I also think it goes back to Toronto.
Oh.
Phillies, Dodgers. Does it go to a game 4? Nola starting. Ranger Suarez coming in relief, which Chris Rose convinced me it was really, really stupid. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
Just throw Ranger. Just start him and just let him throw his bullets. What do you say?
You're hoping for Nola to basically give you 2 innings, and I don't know. I'll go Dodgers sweep. I think.
Me too.
Yummy Moto, new nickname.
You don't like doing that. See, that's how I feel all the time.
Well, dude, it's Trevor. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. That, like, dude, to be a Phillies fan and to go through a 96-win season and win the NL East when it was supposed to be Braves and the Mets have this crazy offseason, and then it comes down to this and it could just be over in 3 baseball games. Like, it's a very sick thing. It's a very sick sport. I have not a Chris Rose thing, but a Jake Storielli thing for you.
Okay.
And it's the mark we're going to leave on baseball. It's brought to you by Best Western. Life's a trip, people. Make the most of it at Best Western. I'm starting to plan an off-season trip. Maybe I'll start teasing details. Maybe I won't. I did see a Best Western hotel where I'm going or thinking about going, and maybe I'll be going there because they have 4,000 hotels worldwide. Wherever you're going, the good people at Best Western are there. So no matter how you plan a trip, whether you're last minute, whether you book every detail, maybe you got a binder, we're doing this, and this, whatever you're looking for, Best Western has it. Maybe you're following your team this postseason. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com. Trevor, I got to meet my childhood idol today, guy my mom pretended was my dad. And, he's a guy I used to get very passionate about on Young Yankees internet, how I think Bernie Williams should be in the Hall of Fame. Switch hitter. Some of his peak years are insane. 300, 400 on base, 500 slug, blah, blah, blah. The whole deal. And I didn't do that with Bernie today because no need. Go check out his show at Carnegie Hall on January 13th because the man can play the guitar better than anyone in the world. I had a thought today that I don't think you're going to like initially, but I think it's going to be how I change the game of baseball. I think we start counting postseason stats in guys' career stats. Like, it's kind of nuts we don't. These are games that matter more. Bernie has played 122 postseason games, and he gets no credit for them. When we start talking WAR, he's got 122 postseason games in his prime that we just say, oh, he was a good October player.
I think we should give credence to those numbers 100%, and maybe we even dock a guy that doesn't perform in the postseason. We kind of already do that, but it's not an individual sport. And I say that as a guy that never got to
I know, and that's where
play in one. So I may be a little bit biased there, but it's just, I don't know, man. I like it. It means a lot in the postseason, and like in crunch time you perform. You should talk about it. I think we do though.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, there's an
count them as far as what though? Like,
I mean,
what?
why don't we add it to WAR, which is a made up stat that we've started valuing a lot? Like,
because it's a counting stat, so that sucks for guys that don't make it to the postseason because they're in a shitty organization.
I know, and you'd like to think maybe that can incentive guys to try to get somewhere else if they can.
You can't. What do you mean try to get somewhere else? Well, you can't. What is this, the NBA?
Mike Trout could have. He chose to stay where he was.
I mean, no, don't do that.
I didn't think
don't do that to Mike Trout.
I didn't think you'd like all of it, but I don't know. Bernie Williams.
You started with Bernie Williams. Tell us more about that. You liked him. Was this the first time you met him?
Briefly at Yankee Stadium, but not like actually meeting him. Like,
okay, so you met your hero. People always say don't do that, and you're still a fan of his.
Oh, dude, Bernie is a stud. Like, we did a Wake and Jake interview. Go check that out if you want. And yeah, man, he's a guy that kind of cerebral thinker. Like, was a guy that has turned his borderline Hall of Fame baseball career into like nominated for Latin Grammys and stuff. So,
career earnings, Bernie Williams.
I won't look. Just my final pitch I'll give you. Bernie Williams has 287 career home runs in the regular season. He has 22 in the postseasons. Should we not call him a 300 homer guy?
No. I looked at his stats. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but damn, he's really good.
Is it what, WAR?
Just everything.
You don't like 297 batting average?
I go back and forth. I'm like, let everyone in the Hall of Fame, and then sometimes I'm like, it should be a really small hall. Anyways,
I get it. That was fair.
Career earnings.
I mean, it's a different time period.
I know. I'm trying to think. When his last year was 2006.
He got one good contract because the Red Sox negotiated him up.
A big contract back then was.
I know. 15? It's just a different world. I don't know. 73 million.
He played for how long?
Played for a while. Years? Like 92 to 06. And a chunk of those on the New York Yankees. Okay. I'm going
100 on the dot.
Trev, as always, you win. 103. Sheesh. That man I met today has 100 million. Probably has more now.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I'm sure he had a good financial guy who's investing in some tech stocks he's doing good. He's doing good.
Fuck, I would have sucked up to Bernie a little more. Oh, my God. All right. We've wandered a little bit. And I think a lot of you enjoyed it, or I hope a lot of you enjoyed it. Some peak stuff there. Trev talking about his lucid dream with Aaron Judge. A couple series on the brink of elimination. Tomorrow's the last day. 4 games. You won't see it again. The most you'll see is 2. So buckle up for some baseball. We love you. Subscribe, share. I don't know.
Jake sucks. I have more homers than you.
Not burn.
Obviously a hotter wife.
Not burn.
the respect of Major League Baseball and Major League Baseball players throughout the country.
You're a well-regarded person.
Yeah.
David Schneider follow you on the gram today?
He did.
Whoops.
I gave him the follow back.